I know that we all struggle from time to time trying to think of fun things and fun activities for our kids to do. And so I am going to go through a whole list of games that are just my tried and true games that I love to end my rehearsals with. I realize that some of you will not necessarily have a rehearsal to end with, but these games can also be applicable to just a general music classroom, or maybe it is your choir that you'd like to do something fun with at the end. It is my hope that you at least get to take away one or two things from this session, and I really appreciate you tuning in. I'm happy to answer any questions that you would have, and I will attach my email, and you can contact me that way if you need to. And yeah, we'll go from here. Obviously, with this being virtual, it's a little trickier to show you how games are played, because if we were together, I would want to show you in person and we'd play them and have fun. So bear with me as we go through and try to make this as simple as possible. One of the things that I try to create in my classroom, whether it's in just a general music class or in choir, is a sense of connection. And one of those ways that you connect with each other is through fun and through laughter and through games. So I love playing games with kids, and I love thinking of new ways and letting the kids think of new ways to do games. One of my favorite games that I learned at a Kodai class at IU is called Hop Old Squirrel. And many of you heard it back in the day, and it was just that, hop old squirrel, idle dumb, idle dumb. And it was horrible, and we were all like, put that away. But this particular Hop Old Squirrel, Diana Pinnell taught us, and I happen to love it, and so do the kids. So basically, I have Mr. Squirrel here, and Mr. Squirrel was way too expensive, so you don't have to spend a ton of money on a squirrel, but I happen to love those ones that are the puppets. So anyways, this one has gotten a lot of attention. And with my students, I love to create memories and things that they can remember and ask for. So for example, this squirrel is named Chester T. Washington. Chester T. Washington. And that's just my squirrel's name. And the kids remember their names. Okay, so it's really, really fun to play games that they're like, hey, can we play with Chester? Can we do this? So anyways, the best part about doing Hop Old Squirrel with Chester is that you have your kids in a circle formation spread out around the room. And level one is that you throw Chester to each person. Like basically the person starts it and you just keep throwing it around the circle, okay? And I say you, but I meant the kids. Keep throwing them. So basically the song goes like this. Hop old squirrel, idle dum, hop old squirrel, idle dum dee. Hop old squirrel, idle dum, hop old squirrel, idle dum dee. On idle dum dee, the person who has it has to sit down right where they're at. So the kids then continue to throw it around. Now, the person that's sitting down is bummed because they got out. But if somebody forgets about them, or as the game continues, more and more people get out and they happen to get the squirrel on the ground near them, they can't jump up for it. I don't let them do that. But if it falls on the ground and it's near them, they're back in the game and the person who threw it is out. So it's a really, really fun game. My older kids love it. My younger kids love it. So that's one of my favorite things to do with kids is the Hop Old Squirrel game. So Chester T. Washington, and you got yourself a really fun game, and kids love it. Another really fun game, again, I'm really big on props. So you're going to see a lot of things and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, this lady has so many props. And I do. This one here is for the game, Our Old Sow. Okay. Now my pig, his name is Wilbur. Okay. That is just traditional for me. I know Charlotte's Web, super not original, but the kids love it and they ask for Wilbur. And this game is done with streets and alleys. So each person is standing this way with their arms in a T, and on each phrase, they turn. So you're this way and then this way. Only two directions, okay? And the song goes like this. Our old sow is getting very fat. Kaimo kumo kimo. 3'2" across the back. Kaimo kumo kimo. And it keeps going while the farmer is chasing Wilbur. So there's two kids. One is at the front of the basically maze, and one is in the back corner. And that's how you keep them separate, is because I used to do it with no props and kids would forget that they were the farmer or the pig. And so now if you're carrying the pig, you know that you're the one running from the farmer. And the farmer's trying to catch the pig. But as they're trying to go through, they could get hit by electrical posts. So then the kids zap each other. So they're, and it's really fun. The kids love it. It's a good way for them to get to run off some of their zoomies and have a little bit of fun together. So our old sow. And if you have any questions about that, I can definitely answer anything about that. But it's really, really fun. And after the person, if the pig gets away, I often will tell the kids that the pig got away. If the farmer catches it, it's like the farmer made bacon. So it's silly, but the kids absolutely love it. So yeah, our old sow. And another really fun game, and I'm going to tell you about here, is a game called... Now I'm going to play a recording for you of some of the kids from the Columbus, Indiana Children's Choir, an ICC affiliate, and they are playing the game Hop Old Squirrel. This is Hop Old Squirrel.
Hop old squirrel, lie down, hop old squirrel, lie down, dee. Hop old squirrel, lie down, hop old squirrel, lie down, dee.
So you're out, Alyssa. You sit right where you're at.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Okay, this time let's do round 2. Okay, so I'll show you how that goes. Basically, you can throw it to anyone.
Oh.
So you might forget, and if Amelia gets it, then she's back in. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
Hop old squirrel, lie down, hop old squirrel, lie down, dee. Hop old squirrel, lie down, hop old squirrel, lie down, dee.
Sorry. Ready? Here we go.
Hop old squirrel.
Oh, and you're back in, and I'm out.
That makes it a little bit more easy.
When you have a lot of kids, it makes a big difference. Ready? Here you go.
Hop old squirrel, lie down, hop old squirrel, lie down, dee. Hop old squirrel, lie down, hop old squirrel, lie down, dee.
Oh, but you must catch it.
Yeah.
Very good.
I just won't catch it.
That's good. The next game is called Chicken on a Fence Post. If you've not played this game, you're missing out, because this is really fun. And of course, you know me and my props. Here we have my twin sister, is what I tell the kids. This is my twin sister, and her name is Gertrude Garcia, because yeah, I'm Mrs. Garcia. Gertrude Garcia, and we call her Gigi. We are identical twins from the back, is what I tell the kids. Little humor there. But anyway, that's what I tell them, and they love it, and it's so much fun. So I'll sing the song for you, and then I'll teach you the game. Chicken on a fence post can't dance, Josie. Chicken on a fence post can't dance, Josie. Chicken on a fence post can't dance, Josie. Hello, Susan Brownie-o. So, chicken on a fence post is also a really great way to teach the 16th notes, so you can reinforce while playing a game. You can be talking to them about the chicken on a fence post, the tika tika or the teta teta, or however it is you say your musical language. Gertrude is probably hands alone a beginning level choir mascot for ICC, legit. Kids are always asking for Gigi, and if I don't have it, they are seriously bummed. And kids that have never played hear all about Gigi. So create some really cool relationships in your school with some of these props, because it makes kids really love music. So chicken on a fence post is played by making 2 circles. Okay. And the inner circle, I call it the inner circle of trust. And I put Gigi face down in the inner circle. And then the outer circle is usually, I mean, it depends on how many kids you have. We've played this with as many as 50 kids. We've also played it with as little as, 15 kids. The middle, the circle of trust has to have the least amount of students, and they hold hands. And then the outer circle holds hands. And then there's again, a farmer. And actually, this game, I don't call them farmers. What do I call them? Just 2 kids that basically get to race to find the chicken. Just 2 kids. Nothing too elaborate there. But yes, they're turned backwards so they can't see. And I, the teacher, start the game by tapping 2 hands so that they basically raise their arms and make a bridge. And so there's 1 on the outside circle tapped and 1 on the inside tapped. And then we sing the whole song. And when they get to "Hello, Susan Brownie-o," that's when the kids can turn around and they run as fast as they can to find the opening. So they'll run through the first opening, go around the second opening, go in, they pick up Gigi, and then they get to do what I call the call of the wild. Yes, it's annoying, but the kids love it, and they laugh and they cheer, and it's so much fun. So, chicken on a fence post with my twin sister, or whatever you decide to name your chicken. The next 2 games, you're going to see recordings of my friends from the Columbus, Indiana Children's Choir, and they are going to do the first game, which is a quack-quack, and the second game is called Shanghai Chicken. I'll go ahead and sing those lyrics for you really quick so you can at least have the tune in your head. A quack-quack de la Omar, quack, quack, quack. Here it goes. A quack-quack de la Omar, quack, quack, quack. Del cima trinco, 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 tra. Valo, 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 valo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the kids have their hands in the position to do the clap, kind of like down by the banks. And on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th person who has their hand smacked is out. So that is a quack-quack. I hope you enjoy it. And then the second one is Shanghai Chicken. And you can use egg shakers. You can use a chicken. You can use a stuffed chicken. Whatever it is that you have in your supply of things is totally fine. And you're going to see how the kids play it on the who days. Then when they throw it in the air and catch it, I always make sure that they understand that that's a half note. Okay, so I hope that you enjoy this.
Here's the game of quack quack. A quack quack de la Omar, quack quack quack. Del cima trinco, 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 tra. Valo, 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 valo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you pulled too soon. Oh, okay. So he hit his own hand, but you would have been out.
I know you're like we. It's like both of you. We're like we.
Let's do it one more time.
To be on me, and then I was like, okay.
And we were being really good, most of us that were like, and right on the beat. Let's go a little faster.
How do you make sure that the beat stays the beat? I taught two of you that earlier today. Create more space.
Space.
Right.
Yeah.
And sing the song and feel the beat in the song.
But we can go a little quicker.
On the
So.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, does it have to be 5 people, or is it just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and?
Normally, when kids are excited, it's not 5 people. But for today, let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not so.
Counting quick, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still 5 people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it kind of works out that way.
Just go really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy, so you can be the way with like
5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
All 5.
If you're that good. I'm never that good. Okay. Ready? Here we go. A quack, little Hallmark, quack, quack, quack. Just see my twinkle, 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 star. Valo, 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 valo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. This is Shanghai Chicken, and I have just a little tiny chicken here, and we're going to show you how this is played. Pick, pass, pick, pass. Shanghai Chicken, and he grows so tall. Hooray, hooray, take that egg, a month to fall. Hooray, hooray. Absolutely love. And it's a really huge hit for a lot of my kids, is Ye Tup Doram. And this game comes from the West Afghanistan area. And I do the song slightly different than what is written here, but I happened to download this from Teacher Pay Teachers and thought that it was pretty and flashy, and it was nice to put up on the screen here. So it's Ye tup doram, ye tup doram, ye tup doram, ye tup doram, yek do se lo bede, gel galia lia lo abede, gel galia lia lo bede. And that keeps going. And oftentimes my kids will start clapping during that time. And that's now, what is so fun about this song is not necessarily the text, but it is an Afghanistan dodgeball game. So it's before you get all excited and think, oh my goodness, I can't play that with my kids. Just know that it is rolling the ball and it must hit the person below the knee. So if my kids throw it, they're disqualified. So the Ye Tup Doram means, oh, I have the ball. And during that time, the kids pass the ball around the circle. And there's one person who's standing in the middle of the circle. Okay? And so they're walking around in a circle, and basically we are, saying, oh, I have the ball on yek do se, 1, 2, 3, and then lo bede is roll it away. And then during the other part, I'm not even sure what that means, but I just know that it gets really exciting and the kids love it. So basically the student passed the balls around the circle on the half note pulse, and then they freeze on yek do se lo bede. And then the gel gel galia lia lo bede. That's when they start rolling the ball at the feet of the student in the middle, and the person in the middle is trying to dodge it. And they continue singing that gel gel lia lia over and over until they get the person out. And the person who actually hits the kid below the knee gets to be the next one in the middle of the circle. If you want to see any of those, you can also check on YouTube, and it is a great way for you to see how the game is played. Kids of all ages love this game. The hardest thing sometimes is getting the kids to sing, even though they are in the middle. But it's a great game. I hope that you all have enjoyed the games that I have presented here.
Of course, everything that we do in music education is beg, borrow, and steal. I have seen countless educators in this state who do amazing things and amazing jobs. So everything that I have done is obviously done because I've been taught by someone else. I encourage you always to reach out and talk to other music educators, and myself included. I'm an open book. Feel free to contact me with any things that you have questions about, or if you need some support or additional games. I have a lot of different games, and if you tell me the dynamic of your classroom and what you're up against, that will also help me to help you. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a wonderful school year.